Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Dude here, and today we're back with another GR3 setup, this time for the Dodge Viper. So the Dodge is definitely an interesting car. You don't really see it used too often in the GR3 tuning community due to its massive understeer, but I'm going to show you guys some ways with the setup to mitigate a lot of the understeer problems. It's still not very good on select tracks, but the main strengths of the Dodge Viper are top speed and traction coming out of low speed corners. So it's pretty much the opposite of the Renault RS01 and a little bit like the RCZ with the rear end traction, but this time it actually has a lot of top end speed despite not having the best high speed handling. So I'm going to show you guys a good setup for this car, and I'm going to recommend a couple setup adjustments just in case the car is a little bit difficult to drive for more novice drivers. Also, one thing to note before we get into the setup, if you guys enjoy this setup or enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like and a comment. It really helps me out a lot. Obviously, YouTube's algorithm isn't going to do me any favors as a small YouTuber, so if you can help me out, I would really greatly appreciate that. Alright, so getting into the setup here, I'm just going to switch over to this medium speed transmission. So basically this is the setup right here. I'm going to recommend a couple different setup changes. As you can see, here's the transmission. So if the car is a little bit oversteery on entry, you find, then I recommend maybe moving the front ride height or the rear downforce. The rear downforce will help the rear end be a little more stable. It will hurt straight line speed a little bit, but it might be a worthwhile sacrifice just to get a little bit better stability. I'm also going to recommend this setup. Now this is a no downforce setup with a longer transmission. This is good for a track like Monza, which I recommend the Viper at Monza. It's actually quite a good car, but it has no downforce on it. It's pretty much the exact same setup. I think I made a small adjustment to the front frequency on the low downforce setup to help it out a little bit, just because the aero balance changed. Because before I had 400 720. On this setup I have minimum downforce, so I try to help the entry understeer by lowering the frequency in the front. But yeah, that's basically the setup. Now we're going to go into the hot lap, and I'm going to show you guys what this car is like in action. So here we are with the Dodge Viper GR3, just about to start our lap here. So you're going to notice here, obviously this is a great track for the Viper. A lot of traction zones and a lot of straights as we get on the brakes hard here. Sometimes I like to use second here, but this time I go safe and I use third gear, and a lot more stable through there with third gear. But this car does have a lot of power and grunt coming out of those corners. So as we go into this corner here, you want to brake right after the 50 marker, get into third gear, be nice and careful with the steering, set up for this next left, or this next right, and make sure you get back to the throttle and use all the available track without getting into the grass. This is a tough corner because you got walls surrounded by you on either side, but you want to get as low as you can and then get a good run out of that corner. You're also going to notice I'm short shifting this car. The reason you do that is it makes peak power around 80%, so you want to short shift it just a little bit early to get the most out of the straight line speed. So down the back straight here, hard on the brakes, brake just before the 100 sign, get into second gear, first gear for a split second, back to second. Now you're hard on the throttle again, use the traction up here going up through the hill. This is the one bit of the track the Viper doesn't necessarily like because of the high speed handling, but you set it up right, get a decent exit, get a little grass there, that was really close. But then back hard on the brakes here going into the last corner. You want to get as close as the wall as you can. Get yourself a good exit. Very nice. That wall on the right definitely sticks out a little bit if you're not careful, but I got through there okay. And from here on out, you're just full out, full throttle, into sixth gear, like I mentioned, with a little short shift. Coming to the line, it is a 131.938. Now, I'm definitely happy with that lap. You know, that's definitely close to the max of what this car can do. I think it could definitely get a 0.8 still, but extremely good nonetheless. And this is a track where I recommend using the Viper at, along with tracks like Monza and, some of the Tokyo variants. The Viper's pretty good. You just kind of got to find the tracks that it's good at. It's not really good at all tracks, like, some of the tracks that I displayed in the previous episodes. The Renault and the RCZ are far better, but then obviously this car is far better on tracks like this. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. The Dodge Viper GR3 for me is honestly one of my favorite cars in the entire game. I just have a soft spot for the Viper and the V10. So let me know if you guys enjoy this setup. Give me feedback on the video, and obviously recommend a car for me to do in the next video. I'll definitely look at the comments. I'll check every single one of them and make sure that I do your favorite car if you want to have a setup for that. So let me know, again, what you guys think, and be sure to click the subscribe button below. It really helps me out a lot. Click that notification bell, and every like and comment, I really do appreciate it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.